Welcome to week 3, folks, of Ruen Your Live. Thank you for joining us once more. We've got a lot of fun and frolics in today's episode, don't we, Rupert? A lot of fun and frolics.
We certainly do. As you can tell, this week we have our chessboard. As usual, we've got our drinks. And you brought a little something. Oh, also, importantly, Henry's grown a little something on top of his head since last week. So we can admire that as well.
I mean, how do you like it? Do you like what I did?
I mean, I don't have to answer that question, I suppose. You guys can comment your thoughts, and I'll back you up, I'm sure. So yeah, that would be.
Yeah, no, you're not a fan.
It's not that I'm not a fan. It just it did take me a little bit by surprise when I came in. You know.
Okay.
I like predictability, and that caught me off guard. But
so let's get this straight. Episode 1, you didn't compliment me on my extra size trousers.
Yes, I mean no.
Episode 2, I didn't do anything out of the ordinary. But episode 3, I came with a bit of individuality. A little bit of individuality. That's what I went for. And yeah, I'd like your support in it. Really, Rupert, is what I'd like.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't need my support. It's standing up there quite well on its own.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see. Well, if you don't like it, you can bend over and take it.
What a fantastic start to the show.
Yeah, what a fantastic start to the show, folks. Yeah, my hair, whatever.
I was going to say, you've also brought that little dish.
I did. I brought this. It's going to be, we talked about it on last week's show. It's going to be our swear jar. Any swearing, quarter in the jar.
As you know, I typically don't swear. I try my best not to. But yeah, I hope you've got enough quarters. I
did. I brought a little chunk of quarters with me on the off chance that there's some profanities. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Some lucky viewer is what? Going to get that donated to them?
There they are. At the end of the month, we're going to do little swear jar donation to one lucky patron. Probably be like, I don't know, $3.75 or something. I don't know. We'll see how much my mouth goes.
Could be $100.
Could be $100. Depends how much I swear. Really, just depends. But yeah, so we've got that at the ready. Monitor me, or don't monitor me. Save my pocket. One or two. It's not $100 a swear yet. We'll get there. Just 25 cents. Just nice cash.
And this is actually my chessboard. And
okay, we're on to chess now. All right.
No, sorry. I just thought I'd explain. We've talked about the swear jar. The chess, Henry encouraged me to bring today.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. This was a birthday gift to me, this board, and I played a bunch of games on it, but none yet with Henry. Last time we played chess together, I kicked his butt.
I don't recall this.
Henry had taken none of my pieces, and I beat him. I think that was in Louisville.
When did this ever occur? That I didn't even take one of your pieces? This was in Louisville?
I have photograph evidence. Remember, we went into that hotel, the fancy hotel lobby.
Yeah, that wasn't in Louisville. That was in Savannah, Georgia.
Oh,
thank you, Chris. So how can we know his facts, folks? You can't even fucking remember the city it was in.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't
all
know
I know is that I won fair and square, and played a pretty good game. And you thought it would be fun to challenge me again.
I did. We've got a birthday shout out as well this week. It was Rick Rubin's birthday this week, wasn't it, Rupert?
Oh, yes, it was.
So a big happy birthday to the bearded legend who did our first record.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll share some of our favourite stories from Shangri-La this week. What do you think?
That sounds good.
Would you folks like to hear that? Favourite Shangri-La stories?
What would be your favourite Shangri-La story then?
Well, I've got a few. But let's kick off. I mean, you said you're so good at this game.
All right, you think on your favourite.
I'm first move.
All right.
First
well,
move.
I think on my favourite.
Yeah, the little horsey. That's what I'm going to do.
All right.
Little horsey. Little horsey is just going to go there. How do you feel about that?
I feel that you're pretty bold, Hen. I feel that
it's a bold move. Favourite Shangri-La story? I mean, I've got a few. I remember I've got unusual stories. I remember there was one morning I was in a white robe that I'd stolen from some hotel, and I was cooking myself something over the stove in the kitchen at Shangri-La. Just minding my own business, just frying a little something up. And somebody walks in to the kitchen. I'm like, you know, who could this be? Take a little look to the left. It's Mike D from the Beastie Boys. I had to do like one of those second looks. I was like, as they're frying, I had to look over. I was like, oh shit, Mike D from the Beastie Boys. That was kind of an interesting little story. Also, we were kind of making a record at the same time. Kanye West and U2 were making a record, so we were all fighting for studio time, and us being the least important band. You know, there's certain things that came with that, but there were certain perks. Remember, there was like bottles in the fridge and in the cupboards that were marked KW. And Kanye West, if you're watching this, I drank some of your vodka that was marked KW. I was like,
I'm sure he's crying about it right now.
I bet he is. Yeah. I was like, oh, a little fucking sippy of Kanye West vodka. Maybe sell this on eBay.
Well, I've got one better than that.
No, I didn't do that.
I slept in his bed.
Oh, you did?
Well, the bed which he was staying in at Shangri-La.
With him?
Not with him.
It's hot off the press now, folks. Rupert shared a bed with Kanye West.
No, I did not. Not shared it with him, but we were sleeping in the same bed. Well, he had left one night, and then I was in it the next night. The studio people were, saying, "Shall I change the sheets?" I said, "No, leave them." And no, actually, they changed the sheets.
No, you dirty
But the bed
devil.
was the same.
Okay. All right. Well.
Well, after that one story, Henry, you're at $1 in the swear jar, mate.
I'm at $1 in the fucking swear jar. Fuck! And there I go again.
Right, son.
Wow.
All right.
I'm at nothing, right?
Wow.
Well, man, I'm not. This ain't my deal. I didn't even know swears anymore.
No.
I don't even see them.
Did I bring enough
Come
quarters
back
for
to
this? Maybe. Already a lot of quarters in here.
You can have some of my quarters if you need them.
Yeah.
I won't.
All right. Well,
I think it's your go, Hen.
it's my go. Yeah, I'm figuring that one out.
How did you get introduced to Rick?
To Rick.
How did this whole process come about?
The whole process came about because of a couple of people. There was a chap called Scott Rogers, a company that was called Quest years ago, who looked after us, like our first ever proper manager, and he sent aces to Rick, and Rick messaged him back and was like, "This is really cool. I like this." And just that alone was enough. I was like, "Oh, awesome! Rick said on music he thinks it's cool. Success. So that's it. Die happy." And with that, it was like, well, maybe he'd like to do something with us. 6 months down the line, our A&R guy, Universal Republic at the time, Rob Stevenson, he was showing Rick music when Rick came into the office in New York, and he showed him our demo of Summer Sun that we'd made. And now, we show our demos to our dad a lot. He gives us his feedback. And when we first showed him our Summer Sun demo, he was like, yeah, it's okay. So we just sort of shelved it. And when Rob, our A&R guy, asked us about, hey, you got any more new music or anything, we like chucked it in the mix with a few tracks. And he messaged me again that night. He was like, whoa, that Summer Sun track, man. He was like, it's really good. I was like, thank you. So he showed it to Rick, and Rick was like, I play a lot of stuff for Rick. He never likes anything, but he said after he heard Summer Sun that he saw a lot of potential in that, thought that could be a good single, and he'd like to meet us. And we were like, holy moly. Exactly, holy moly. See how I'm watching my tongue? And so within a couple of months, it was set. We were doing a bit of writing we went on like a month-long trip. We hit Nashville, San Diego, and we ended up in LA for a few days. And on the second to last day, we got hit up the night before, and they were like, hey, Rick wants you to go to his house in Malibu and just hang out and have a chat. And they were like, whatever you do, do not be late. Do you remember that, Rupert?
I do.
And so, did you move?
I moved.
Are you just copying my moves?
No, I'm.
Looks like you're copying my moves.
I'm not copying you.
Okay, all right. Well, I see your moves.
But yeah, we couldn't be late. We was on the bold. We was drove to the coast. We were very early. So yeah, we drove a little further on from Rick's place to the coast, and sat a little nervous for about half an hour, and then
I think it was like a good hour actually.
Okay,
We're like an
probably
hour
an hour.
early. Yeah.
yeah,
A bit embarrassing, but we got there an hour early. Fuck it,
Yeah.
that's what we're like.
it's true.
That's what we're like. Oh, you want to just challenge my horse like that? That's how we're doing this? All right.
I mean, I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Just to go back to that, you got there an hour early.
Got there an hour
Without
early.
me?
But
without
Got
Chris.
somewhere early?
yeah,
We
you're
got
going to be
there an hour
chicken in
early.
the swear jar if you don't watch your filthy mouth. Yeah, I know, yeah. So we got there
Did
an hour
Chris
early.
swear?
Chris swore, yeah.
Christopher.
Chuck a 25 in for me, mate.
There we go. So, all my New York laundry money going down the Swanee. Yes, we got there an hour early. We sat at the. I remember the place in Point Doom. What was the? It was like the Sunset Inn or something, I think. And yeah, anyway, we go up, super nervous. No need to be because he's a very lovely chap. And took our shoes off when we entered his place. You have to take your shoes off. And we just sat in front of a big speaker system and just talked about our favourite music for a couple of hours. Kind of music he liked, kind of music we liked, the kind of way we want to make a record, all that. And he doesn't give a lot away. He doesn't give a lot away, Rick. And me being a bit naive, I'm like, so at the end of it, I'm like, sweet. So, it's like, how do I say this? I was like, do you want to like, do you want to, I don't know,
Do a record.
do you want to make some music? And he was like, yeah.
I mean, not
And that was
surprisingly.
it.
I mean, after sitting with us for a couple of hours, who wouldn't want to make some music with us?
No,
No, I'm joking.
2 weeks went by of just radio silence. We were like, oh, messed that one up. Must have said something stupid, done something offensive. We were tootling around in our bedsit in London, working on like a rough mix of something. And we get a call late one night, and
It's your move, bud.
it's Rob. It's my move. Where did you move? No, I think is it my?
Yeah, it's your move.
Oh, it's my move.
Sorry,
Yes, it
yeah,
is my
but
move.
Continue. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah, how you like that? My horse is stacked against you. Yeah?
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all. So yeah, so that was, so we get a call. It's Rob. Yeah, Rob, what's up? He was like, got some good news, got some bad news. I'm like, all right. It's like, well, hit me with the good news. He was like, okay, Rick really dug your stuff. He he wants to not only, he wants to make a full record with you guys. I was like, whoa, okay, that's super cool. Very excited. I said, so what's the bad news? He goes, well, it's very expensive. I was like, well, we haven't got any money. Do you have any money? And he was like, yeah, the label says it's okay as long as you make a good record. So we were like, no pressure then. And that's how we came together with Rick. And within the very next morning, we had to step onto a flight. And we flew the very next morning. He was like, you need to get a plane tomorrow because you start on Monday.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. I was like, we don't. Like our band, we've not rehearsed the songs or anything. He was like, Rick's got a band for you. And we were like, well, do you appreciate that, Rob, but do you think do you think they can handle our songs? And he was like, yeah, I think so. And it was like Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers and all that sort of stuff. So
Matt Sweeney, Jason Lader.
Yeah, they were a solid team. So yeah, nerve-wracking, fun. Great experience. What's your favourite story from Shangri-La, Rupert?
Well, we've covered Kanye's bed. I don't know. What is one of my favourite stories? Oh, like that time when we was tracking. Was it Walk Like a Man? We were tracking something, and we played it all live together. Albeit we were separated into separate rooms, but we could hear each other. We were still playing live. The separation was because we didn't want bleed from the microphones. We didn't want each microphone picking up everybody else's instrument, So we were separated into rooms, and Rick at one point, we messed up this song like 3 or 4 times in a row, which we had not been doing. Yes. It was on good form, but it was a week or so into doing this hard tracking business, intense days, and we cocked it up a bit. And that's not a swear word, is it?
I think it counts a bit as a swear word. No, maybe does it count as a swear word, Chris? You can be immediate. Cocking it up, yeah.
As in a cockerel type thing.
Yeah.
Like
is
a
that
poultry.
What it refers to, though? Cocking it up?
That's how I intended it.
All right. Do we have any like 10-cent pieces?
I feel it's like a half swear. All right, you got
all right, thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
as I'm the one to judge on it, but yeah.
Hi, and yeah, he. What did you know better than me? Actually, what did Rick say? I don't want to quote him wrong.
Yeah, well, I believe it was Matt Sweeney that made the mistake, or at least we blamed him anyway.
Yes.
And everything stopped, and Rick just said down the mic. And bear in mind, we've been doing this song for like 4 hours. He just came down the mic, and he's the most peaceful, gentle man, and he'd never said anything untoward to any of us. But he just came down the mic and was like, "Come on, pathetic."
Oh yeah, that was. And we all
I remember
just
Chad.
like,
I was in the vocal booth, and I remember like Chad looking around the corner, and looking in at me like. And we were all like, okay.
Yeah.
That was a good story.
The next take was pretty good, and could have been the final one actually. So
yeah,
it worked.
Just figuring the best thing to do to you here, Rupert.
Yeah, it is your move. It has been for a little minute now. We should have a timer, shouldn't we?
We should. That's what they have in professional chess.
Yes. I mean, this
it's
is
your
hardly
fault. You should have brought it.
Chess.
Really,
I should have.
You brought the chessboard. Okay. Well. Righto. Over the top.
As in World War
First
I.
First one of the day. First one goes to me. You saw that?
Yeah. Sorry, Henry.
You made a mistake.
Long talking and idling distracted me from my duty here. But
this
You're
is
up from the first time you played because Rupert cleaned you out without even losing.
But
the
supposedly,
well,
I don't remember this.
I thought I'd let him have a bit of a chance this time.
You did?
Yeah.
Hi. Okay.
What was Chad Smith's? This is a question from Sean.
Okay.
What was Chad
Question time.
Smith's favourite song of yours? Question mark. Do you know? Question mark.
I don't know if I do know.
I think I know, but you go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you think you do?
Yeah.
I know he loved playing bongos on Vendetta. So I know that might have been, but I don't know actually.
Well, he did the post and the tweet about Shades of Blue to him dancing to it. I remember seeing that.
Oh
yes.
yes, his little dance song. It could have been that one.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun making it. It was a lot of fun. Chad was actually very helpful, helping like comp a lot of takes and stuff like that as well. So
I remember
it was more than just smashing away the drums.
Yeah, I remember because of jet lag after the first couple of days and just the whole speed in which everything happened. Getting there and everything, and I was like falling asleep at the end of a tracking day at about 7 p.m. and Chad was there. Rick had asked whether Chad could listen through the takes and pick some of the best ones, and we're listening to it, and Chad goes, "I think that one's good." And he turns around to me, he's like, "What do you think, Rue?" And I basically came out of a daze, and said, "Oh, sorry, man, I'm just feeling a bit tired." He goes, "Your grandkids are going to hear this record." It was his way of telling me to like wake up. I was like,
he was like, "You're making a record with rock stars." I was like, "We are indeed."
I said, "So are you." And,
is that what you hit him with?
Yeah, but he was actually doing his job.
Yeah.
So no. Yeah.
Got me stumped. I like to play chess like a few steps ahead. I'm like, that's what I think. Like Do you reckon the people in the Queen's Gambit do you reckon they trained to play a bit of chess before they showed up?
Probably. They probably didn't talk and to a camera and try make a great game out of it, but
yeah,
I'm confident.
You see what Rupert's doing right now? He's like putting little excuses out there.
He is.
He's not used them yet, but he's just putting them
He's
out.
putting them in your mind.
Yeah,
So if he loses,
I'm playing 2 games here, basically.
he's playing 2 games.
No, I don't mean to give you.
No,
Okay, next question.
Sure,
Just
yeah.
one more question before you guys carry on with the game.
Sure, yeah.
Jack, do you prefer recording together as a band or tracking everything separate?
Well, the more I can get away from Henry, the better. No, it depends. I mean, it's a bit of a luxury situation to track all together nowadays because you need musicians who are fantastic and everybody has to be on point. You need, you know, we've produced our last record, but that's quite difficult to do if you're tracking live because you're concentrating so much on playing that you can't necessarily listen to the whole sound and decide what's a good take or not if you're tracking it live. So I would say that in an ideal scenario, when you've got a great producer, great space, great musicians tracking it live, but I'm also very comfortable, you know, just working away in the middle of the night, playing a load of parts by myself. And you definitely can't be embarrassed that way. You can play something which is shocking or try something out and you're not wasting anybody's time in doing so from your own.
Interesting. Good answer. Either or, you know, like I enjoy both. I enjoy, like kind of like what Rupert said. It is a luxury to all record in the same sort of space, and you get a certain energy to the recordings when you do that. But it is a wonderful thing to be able to
Check.
Oh, is that so? Check.
Sorry, continue though.
Check, please. Well, we're just going to have to ruin that fun for you.
That's okay.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, no, I saw it.
Yeah. So yeah, at the end of the day, there's good and bad to both, you know. The great thing about recording separately, as Rupert says, you can kind of just experiment away, doing your own thing, and then bring that to the table, which is also a good thing too. Actually, Rupert had his own miniature studio set up within Shangri-La when we were there because Rick liked Rupert's overdub idea stuff, so he was like, got Rupert a little setup. It was like home from home for him. You trying to mess with my bishop? Is that what you're doing?
No, I mean, decipher what you will. I mean,
I will turn your king inside out. All right then. Over the top. Do I retreat? Do I start a war? What do I do?
Henry, I think we commenced a war when we started playing this game.
True, we did.
I'm not sure how easy it is to actually see the progress on the board.
I don't know
now
if
from
you're
the camera.
visualizing this, but Rupert's about to experience what we call in the industry a little whoop-de-woo, is what
A whoop-de-woo?
Yeah, they don't call it that, but it's try and mess with my bishop. Oh, fuck you.
I see what you're doing.
It was worth the 25 cents.
I see what you're doing.
Henry, is any venue compared to the Raccoon Motel since you played
The Raccoon Motel. Do you remember that place?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Where in the world was that?
That was...
It was cold.
It was the coldest place I've ever been to in the entirety of my life.
I couldn't tell you. I remember the venue. I remember having a fucking blast. Where in the world it is, I can't remember though. What state? I have no idea.
Was it? I want to say it was like Illinois.
Yeah. Okay.
It was up north. It was not. It was like Pontiac,
No.
Michigan.
Yeah, no, I think it was somewhere around.
It was Pontiac.
No.
Google it now. Google it now.
Because we came from there to there from Pontiac. Because Pontiac was the big, multi-layered venue. You know, there was like a big stage, and we played the top venue.
If you're watching, whoever asked that question, can you actually
John.
tell
Yeah, John, tell us.
where is it, John?
We all remember it.
We'll remember it because it was, and I'm really sad to hear that venue actually, didn't it close down recently?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did it?
Very sad, yeah, because it was such a cool venue and we had a really good time there. And I remember they had a bunch of really cool whiskies and bourbons.
Massive bar.
Massive bar. Great sound, great people. It was brassic out. I remember we were putting gas in the van, leaving at like midnight, 1 a.m. to like the next location. And I hopped out to put some gas in the van, and my hand almost froze to the gas pump. I was like, "This is unbelievable." I'm like, "You don't get this in England. It doesn't happen." Sorry, what was the question? I'm just surprised somebody shouted out the Rupert Hotel.
Can you compare anything to that since we played there?
Compare anything? It was special. It was all of its own, that venue. I don't think I played a venue like that. Yeah, no, I have played a venue, but that had a certain, I don't know.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, je ne sais quoi, Rupert, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It was on the border of Illinois. Oh, it says it's in Iowa, but it's actually, you're going to remember the name of the place. Oh, yeah. Hang on.
Sorry,
Davenport.
folks. Davenport.
Oh, yeah. Well
John
done.
just said Davenport.
Davenport.
Oh, yeah, go.
Davenport.
It's on the border of Illinois and Iowa. That's why we were confused.
Right,
Yeah.
Davenport. Yeah, great venue. Had a blast.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Great pub down the road from there too that we went to get food first. Remember?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so slippy on the ice. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was
much,
very
yeah.
slippy.
Who played drums in that show?
Was that Colin?
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah,
Colin.
probably,
A little bit
yeah.
of Colin action.
Good times.
Rupert, I'm going to invent my own timer.
Oh yeah.
Come on, we need to move out of here.
That's a little brutal.
A little brutal? Is that what you think?
I would say so.
All right. Well,
Aye.
folks, we are nearing that 30-minute mark to this episode. I've got a little cat story maybe to share with you before we go. Happened this morning, and I'm not lying. This is honestly what happened to me because it was awful. Wasn't awful. My little boy Benji, little sweet little kitten who you know, he likes to in the night find his way to snuggle and curl up between my legs when I go to sleep. Woke up this morning, and I'm like, I'm careful not to jolt about and move around too much because I know he'll probably be there. Wake up. I'm like, I feel something uncomfortable between my legs. I'm like, what? He was biting my balls through my.
And that was just an uncomfortable feeling between your legs. It wasn't anything more severe.
Well, I
than
guess he didn't really tuck into him. I guess he was just giving like a little tester, like, what is this? But I was like, ooh, and I felt the squeeze getting tighter, and I was like, I sort of snapped too. I was like, what's going on? And yeah, he was biting my balls. I don't know how to stop that behaviour. I don't know, he's a little pervert. So that was my morning. And that's probably a good place to wrap this up. I'm sorry you didn't see the winner. If you want to see who's going to win this game,
still deciding.
if you want to see who's going to win this game, you're going to have to join us for After Hours, which is only available on Patreon at the moment. So...
Yeah, that went quickly. But I suppose it went quickly for me because I was occupied the whole time.
Maybe we need to give him a little... you know what? It was Rick's birthday and his favourite song was Summer Sun. So maybe we just give a little bit of a Summer Sun for the way out for this. What do you think, Chris?
sounds
You think
good.
that's a...
Let's do it.
What are we at the swear jar? Let's total the swear jar for today.
Yeah.
Here we go. Out we go. We've got 50 cents, 75, $1.
$2.50. it looks like.
$2.50 in the swear jar. That's what we all get for our filthy mouths. Chris, you would 50 cents to that, I'd like you to know.
Right, I'll bring it next week.
Yeah.
Aye.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
chaps.
you so much for tuning in. We'll be back again next week for more of whatever the heck this is. More stories, more frolics.
We might even have a guest. Who knows?
We might have a guest next week. Will we have a
Wild.
guest? Who knows? We might have a
Yeah.
guest. Maybe we'll run the cat out the bag a little bit. But we'll see you over on Patreon for After Hours momentarily. Meanwhile, hit me with a little Summer Sun.
Sure. Yeah.
Are you going? Are you going, my fading light? Where gets cold at night without your light. The sound of the night, it rings blue. Oh, and they'll sit inside until you appear. Oh, and a flower's hide, and she'll hide until you're near. Yeah, you make things clear. Oh, through the seam of the curtain blind. In the summer sun, my mind will settle. In the summer sun, roses and their petals seem to grow. Thank you, folks. We will see you again next week.
We absolutely will.
And see you over in just a moment, patrons, for the after hours. Love ya.